Hey, this is Dr. Tori from RookieDoctor.com. It's time for another one of Rookie Doc's frequently asked questions. And this question came in from the AskRookieDoc.com, where someone submitted this question. How does it feel in my first day of internship, at the end of the first week of internship, and at the end of internship? Okay, now when I say frequently asked question, I'm not sure that a lot of you, this is the first time I've ever received this question officially, but I'll tell you, it's something I was definitely wondering before I started, so I consider it a frequently asked question because it's actually should be called, uh, you know, I don't want to do the abbreviation, but it should be called a frequently unanswered question. So anyway, let's go. The first thing is a quick story. When I was starting my internship, I was getting the orientation, and we were being given a tour of the hospital. And as we were walking around, a nurse was calling across the floor to one of the current interns, and he was rattling off orders like, okay, hang this drip, hang that drip, put it at a rate of blood of such and such, and da 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 da. And I was just like, I was looking at him like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm ever going to reach that stage. And somebody leaned over to me and said, do you realize he's an intern? And uh, at the moment, I didn't realize that he's an intern, but he's a full year ahead of me, meaning he's finishing his internship. He's an outgoing intern, and I'm an incoming intern. But at first, for about a couple hours, I was thinking, oh my gosh, they made a big mistake by accepting me. I can't do this, blah blah blah. So you early on, when it comes to that first day, you can have several moments of either uh, of either awe at the fact that you're now a doctor, and it's starting to be real, or periods of feeling very unsure and lacking confidence. But it wavers. It goes up and down. I mean, there are points in time where you're going through your orientation, and someone comes in and starts talking to you about, infection control measures in the hospital. Someone else comes in and starts telling you about, this is the way we work your malpractice, and someone else comes in and tells you how to work the computers. While you're going through your first few days of orientation, how you feel about where you are right now will fluctuate a lot. You'll be having conversations with your co-interns. You'll realize that some of them are just as uh, nervous, but at the same time, in certain areas, confident. And the discussions you have will make you feel better. But then, when you actually start to get into the practice areas, you're going to feel unsure again. And so it's going to fluctuate, and that's completely normal. The important thing is when you have questions, you ask them. Now, the first week, now again, this all depends on when you are technically considering the first week. There's that period of orientation, like I said, where you're learning the who's and the what's of the area and of your new job. But that first week of actually practicing, you're gonna start to feel better by the end of the week, like you're starting to get into a groove. Although it takes probably a little more than a week to start to feel that, because especially if you're on a call month, if the call is divided, say, every fourth night, then it'll take you a good 2 weeks to really feel the flow. And at the each rotation change, now this wasn't embedded in the question, but at each rotation change, you're going to have sort of new um, anxieties and new things that excite you with each change in rotation. Like, you're going to start talking to people about, oh, we're going to have, oh, you have such and such attending. Oh, I heard she's blah blah blah. There's going to be those side conversations, but then there's also going to be, um, if it's something that you might want to go into, if you're about to do a rotation that is something you might have career plans for, you'll want to prepare for it, and so you might have some anxieties about how you're going to perform, but you might also be excited to dive into it because it's something you want to do. So again, you rotate at each rotation change, you're gonna have a whole sea of feelings floating around. And I wanted to talk to you about something that happens somewhere in the middle, and it's actually, in the surveys that I've done and in the people I've talked to, it happens about 65 to 70% of the time, where somewhere in the middle of your internship, you feel like you made a bad decision. you're either in the wrong career field or wrong to even be in healthcare. Okay, and that's the most extreme. I happen to have gone through that. Actually, I did both. Before I did internal medicine, I was extremely worried that, uh, you know, why medicine, why internal medicine? Is this for me? Is this even what I want to do? I have no clue. But anyway, partway through my internship, I realized, or felt like I should quit. And you guys all know or are well aware of that story, and how it turned around. But somewhere in the middle, I felt that. And since that time, since I've expressed it, uh, a lot of people have come to me and said, "Wow, I felt that too. I was going home at night. I was worried. I was thinking, oh my God, how do I get out of this?" And then most of the people are giving me advice saying, just stick with it for a year, and then you can get, so many doors open up if you finish an internship and all that stuff. Well, I just want to let you know that you're going to feel that, and it's going to go away. So do your best to plug through it. Have a support network around you. Have some friends you can talk to, family you can talk to, maybe even your attendings about what you're feeling. But it's going to come and it's going to go away. And you're going to get it again in your second year, and it's going to be even worse in your second year because now you have responsibility. And so, but again, it will go away again. So just remember that. And then lastly, at the end of your internship, you're going to feel confident that you can navigate the healthcare system, and especially your hospital and who's who and all that stuff. But you're going to be a little nervous because you're going to be more responsible. You're going to be the one they call for questions and answers. You're going to be the one that is you're going to have to start teaching if you haven't been already, and you're going to have more responsibility. So it's going to be a little more anxiety provoking, but that too will go away. And the important thing in all of this, from day one through the first week, at, at each rotation change, and at the end of your internship, you need to stay away from negative people. And I'm very serious about this. If there's co-interns and co-residents in your program that are just negative about everything. Oh, you're starting that rotation? Oh my God, she's awesome. She's awful. She does this. She does that. You're going to be there late. You're going to, so those kind of people, the complainers, stay away from them because they will affect your feelings at each of these points, and they will affect your attitude. Okay, you'll start to reflect the attitude of the people you hang around. So steer clear of the negative people. Okay, that's just my advice. Now, you can go, if you have other questions, you can go to askrookiedoc.com. Askrookiedoc.com. I think AskRookieDoctor.com also works. But anyway, just go there, type in your question, and if I can, I'll get to it in a video like this. I hope you found this helpful.